Hello Aquarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 9th through to the 15th of November. I hope you're doing well. Um, the messages from energy was formidable. It was beautiful to be part of as an experience. If you haven't seen it, I think it'd be worthwhile going to have a look. Um, the main message that sort of came out with it is it's very humble and it's finding your true self in connection with everything. And it was really, really lovely. Messages from energy this week here. On the Cymatic TV front, that's our sister channel where we go into the energy and how it's provoked in the sun and how it's connecting to the earth and how it's from the earth connecting to you in your chakra and your aura. And how it plays into your energy, basically. On that, we saw the elements. Now, the elements, I was saying it was going to start off with air, going into fire, and then following in by air after that. Now, there's enough water and earth in the system already, no need to worry about that. But the sun decided something else and threw out a lot of X flares. So I've got quite a few videos on Cymatic TV if you haven't seen it, and that goes into where it's affecting the chakras on the earth and how obviously that can be affecting you as well. It will be linked around my head or it will be on a card around the top of my head at the moment. But that means that the fires come in a lot quicker than I anticipated. So we're going to be looking at fire, then air more than anything else. So here we got your Astroflower here in front of us here. First thing we want to notice is the fire on this side, on your relationship side, on your karmic path. It's giving you real direction, and it's also converting into the ideas of the past, of what you wish to be living in the future, and also your connection to everybody that is around you. And that's going to be heating that water that is within you, the emotional, deep emotional stuff within you. And as it heats that water, that's what's going to also be creating that air. And that air you're going to be having all around you at the surface of you because you're an air sign. But you do have this air on this side here on your financial side. So I think it gives you a real clarity of vision and how to emotionally apply yourself in your financial side. But on your relationship side, that's where it's time to play. Really time to play, Aquarius. I think also you do, because you've got this mutable fire that comes in from Sagittarius, which goes between the past and the future on your financial side. If you get the clear enough of vision, you know when to put your passions into things. And so therefore you don't have to waste your time this week investing in things. You're going to invest in the things that make you passionate. And if you invest in the things that make you passionate, that's where I think you're going to get the good returns. Because naturally you've got that water and that earth at the surface of you, and that's going to allow you just to play straight through. And it's going to really support you, the energies at the moment, in a really good way. So let's just see what's going on with the messages from energy from you, for you, this week here. So we've got that fire energy seems to be really prominent at the moment. And it's like you are taking, like with a lot of signs this week, it's a time for us to take, not necessarily control, but affirm ourselves within our pathway. And that's what it feels like here. There's joyful, playful, and honest bridge building with other people, which is really nice. You don't have to worry so much about the finger on the pulse, really, more than anything else. I think, just be satisfied that the energy is feeding you more than anything else. And I think you need to you need to affirm your position, and you need to feed off of the energies that are coming into you at the moment. On your financial side, on your overall energy, you get the star card. Totally. This is what I mean about being very clear visioned. You're looking at the ultimate goals, and if it does tickle your fancy, I would certainly go after it. I wouldn't hold back if I was you, Aquarius. I would really put some real affirmative steps in place in order to achieve what you want to achieve. On your relationship side, you get the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think you're taking a direction more than anything else. The Queen of Swords, when it's time to play, is when we feel most relaxed within our relationships, emotionally and so forth. And I think that's the case for you here. Therefore, I don't think you need to worry about the emotional side of life. I think you need to worry about nothing really. I think you need to just play. And teasing seemed, a nice teasing, not obviously, insulting teasing, but teasing with life, or just, playing like two puppies or two kittens would play, in life. And that's what the feeling I get for it. And I think you've got to take this direction, or you feel like that there's a direction that needs to be taken out of all of this. Okay, let's just see what's going on the financial side. These two do play an affirmative role, like a concrete role, but the main thing that's going off is this future here. And that, I think, is where you have the most power or the most control over the situation. So on your karmic path, this is the pathway that you should be going down. You get the Knight of Cups. And this is what I said about sort of following your heart's desire. And certainly the heart has been very prominent within the chakras and the chakra sequencing on the messages from energy as well. And it's on your karmic path to go after what really tickles your fancy here. On your networking card, your card connected to everything that is around you, you have the Ten of Pentacles. There is a caveat to this of not trying to take on too much. There's that one aspect of it. That's like a warning in a way. But the main thing that comes through with me is actually, you've been on a journey. You've been on quite a long journey, I think, over the past sort of 3 years, in fact. And I think you've accumulated a lot of things that you would like to do, a lot of things that you're very capable of doing as well. And you can do for other people, but as much for yourself and so forth. But you've got a lot of attributes. This Ten of Wands, he's coming to the end of the journey. He's coming to that town there, and he's accumulated all these wands on his journey. That means you've got a lot of attributes going in your favour. And it's like you've got broad shoulders. You can shoulder this project, this business, or this career path, or whatever you wish to be doing in your life. You can really shoulder it. And I think here is like, you just don't want to shoulder other people's stuff. You can combine it with other people's, so then therefore you can share the load. And I think that's how you got to look at your networking side. On the past, you get the Justice card. Yeah, this is clarity of the inner dream with the Star card on within inside you. You've come to a conclusion about how you want life to be lived. What sort of success you want, what sort of what you want to be doing, how you want to be interacting in life. I feel there's a lot of clarity that comes into that with these two cards here. In your future card, you've got the Five of Cups. You could say it's disappointment. But I think here is more of a case of kind of sort of saying, in the past, you've done a lot of things. You've had some success and you've had some failures. I would not look to the past in a way of sort of throwing your failures away. It's like you've got to look to the past and have that as a warning sign to not do certain things in the future, because you've got those Three of Cups that are gone. But you've got those two cups here which come together. That it's just behind them that leads them to the bridge and leads them to the new life. Very much along the lines of what that Ten of Wands is going towards. And I think this is where in the future, your future will be, that future dream can come alive if you don't look to the past in saying, I can't do it. I've tried to do it in the past and it didn't work. Well, that was the past. The situation's not the same. The world in 2020, 5 years ago, or 2021, 4 years ago, what was happening in 2020 and 2021? It's not the same conditions of what was happening before. The world is different. And I think once you realise that, That's when you can bring your karmic path, one of those cups, to these Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is made out of you connecting with the life. And it is a card of transition, transitioning to the future. Yeah, I think you need healing in this, possibly. I think here is that you have done a long journey. There is no doubt about it. And now you're at the point in that journey where this week here, where you can see clearly what is working in your favor and what is not. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is brilliant. It goes with this mutable fire that comes in here. It's the card that ties it all in together. You've got to play with it a bit. You've got to play with that joyous aspect of kind of going, do you know what? I want to do this. Let's play with it. I wouldn't put your house on mortgage and everything like that in order to finance it at the moment. I would certainly play with it. And you're going to see very quickly over the next couple of weeks what works and what doesn't work. Let's have a look and see what's going on the relationship side. There's something that you want. This is a direction. This is all about that card there, the direction that you want to take. There's something in the past that needs to be activated. On your karmic path, on your relationship side, you get the Six of Swords. Yeah, there is this going off on that journey. There is something that needs to be activated from the past. And it could be a case of, getting clarity on an old relationship. It could be getting clarity on future relationship. You might have been saying to someone, we work together. We go well together. It'd be good to, move in together and stuff like that. And it feels like that. Look at that. You get the Seven of Swords there on the connection with the world around you. Now, this is where that fire is sort of like feeding or, sort of creating that air energy, the sword energy. And that's what's going here. It's giving movement to your relationship side. And the Seven of Swords is playing smart. It's revealing to you. And that's where you got to tease life a little bit. I'm not talking about sort of poking the bear, but there is a little aspect to that so you can see clearly, where everything sits. And this is where it comes in. This is the past going into the future. There is a definite big movement going on from the past, and it's going to be going very quickly. Once you set it into motion, it's actually going to be going very quickly. This transition of the Six of Swords through your playing smarter or understanding things a little bit better is all of a sudden the thing's going to really start moving on very quickly. And look at that in your future. You get the Ace of Pentacles on your relationship side. There is a direction that needs to be taken, and I think it's a very physical direction. It could well be buying a house with this person. It could well be sort of like just officially announcing your relationship to other people. It could be taking your existing relationship to a whole new level. It's seeing things in a different way. That's the here and now, and that's how you should be engaging. And seeing things in a different way is a little bit like that whole sort of teasing life. Because you know how it works, and you just want to get a bit of clarity on it. And look at that, the clarity that's going to give you. It is going to be a bit of a tower moment. I think it's questioning, and especially at the moment, we saw that in the messages from energy. I think it's questioning the ideas and the belief systems that we may have held in the past, and understanding the universe in a different way, which allow us to have that sort of tower moment. And I think the tower moment is for you more than anything else, how you connect, or how your piece of your puzzle goes into the puzzle of others. And you've got to play with it a little bit. There's no doubt about it this week. I think this is a week of playing. Certainly also on the financial side, certainly with the Page of Wands there, of playing with it and seeing what fits. It's a transition that you're going through. And it's a fantastic transition because you're going towards the star, your ultimate goals and dreams on your financial side. And on your relationship side, there's a definite direction that needs to be taken. and you need to play with it. It should be fun. So there you go. I will see you over on the Messages from Energy or on the Energy Update over on Cymatic TV, possibly on the live as well. Thanking you very much for subscribing, liking and sharing and all of that malarkey. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.